My name's Dee, and welcome to Sunchild Tarot, and welcome to the July general reading for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever area chart you're wanting to look at. If you're not familiar with your chart, as ever, there are links in the description to go and get yourself a free birth chart. You need your time of birth to get your rising sign. Once you know your rising sign, always watch your rising sign. But again, you can watch your moon and all of that as well, but always watch your rising signs. So, as a general reading rules apply. You know, timing is far from absolute. You know the script. You've heard it on enough YouTube videos. Where this reading's different, it's not a take what resonates. It's take the lot or take none of it. And the reason, there's two ways that you know. There's a past and a present in this spread, which I'll spend some time on. If the past and the present don't fit, don't try and make it fit. It's not for you. Go and watch your moon, go and watch your rising. If the past and the present fit, then listen to the whole lot. But again, it's listen to consider, not listen to act on. I should really, if this is working as well as it can do, I should be giving you confirmation of things that you already sort of know, or things that you can then go and confirm and go, oh, yeah, that was right. And then make up your own mind. Now, something else I was going to say that, yes, because the other way you know is ask a question prior to the reading. So pause the video if you need to, take a few moments, think about all the questions that are around you. Focus on one of them, but be aware of all of them, because cards will answer what they please. And they don't have the same sense of priority as you and I. So finally, there is a link down below for the Facebook page for this channel. If you want to approach me for a personal reading, that's one of the best ways to do it. There is a link tree down there that will take you to my email and what have you, but Facebook is probably the best way. It's the one where I get the most instant notification, and it doesn't get buried under 1,001 other emails and stuff. So thank you very much for any returning subscribers. And if you're new here, one, welcome. Two, think about pressing that subscribe button on my baby channel, and every subscription helps at the moment. And also, if you like the reading, don't forget to, before you leave, press that like button. It helps the video actually get seen. Or as Chris Witecki puts it, the Google politics. Now I'm waffling longer than normal now. I had got this bit cut down to 2 minutes. Obviously not this morning. So yeah, that's everything. Ask your question and I will bring up the cards. So Aquarius, the first thing that I want to point out here, we have the guardian angel of spiritual growth. So, all goody, another learning time. Just what you wanted, wasn't it? But this, it actually feels quite good, because I feel that you're in a transition at the moment, but you are more transitive than the world around you is at the moment. We've got, for how you're feeling, the Devil, the Emperor, and the Knight of Pentacles. It's almost like saying all fired up and nowhere to go. Because you've got the Knight of Wands right here at the centre point of the reading. That has beneath it Seven of Cups, which is also what you've got before it. Now, you had been stressing for ages about what option that you was going to take, how you was going to move forward. And then I think there was the stress of this got so much that he was like, something's got to change. And then something did change quite fast around you. A little bit left field, a little bit of sort of, whoa, where did that come from? You know, everything that I've been stressing about, and then that happens, which has got nothing to do with anything that I was stressing about, apart from now it's changed the landscape of everything that I was stressing about. But I believe that it actually gave you that feeling of coming up for air. That it the previous options, even if you'd started to take one of them that were on the board, it's like all of them have been swept away and you have been delivered with a whole new and somewhat happier set of options as well. But nonetheless, it takes work. But I think you'll find that these new options are in line with the reason for you looking at the previous options. And if anything, I do feel that they are better. However, I also feel that two of wands, clarifying 5 of pentacles here. So it's like, it's almost like the first option that you take proves to be fruitless. And it's like, all right, I got all fired up and I'm going to take this option, and then you just get a slammed door in your face. But you are ready, this is nice, underpinning your actions at the moment. Knight of Wands, like the Knight of Wands at the top here. So you're not just moving forward on the surface, you are making that progress on a deep level, that the world is changing around you on that deep level. You are able to move. We've got Hermes with Journey here. 2 of the Greek mythology cards wanted to come out. Well, that one came out, and then face down, this one was like screaming to me, take me, take me. So I pulled it, Hermes with Journey. And there is a journey here, definitely with this Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands. Now, whether that's a physical journey or not, that's something only you can answer. It could easily be an emotional journey, a philosophical journey, you know, an employment journey, a friendship journey of actually investing in... Now, the way I'm feeling with this, it's not investing in a new friend. It's like investing time in an associate. So someone that you already know, but you just have never spent that time before. So there's that sense of journey as well. You're going into a new emotional field, a new energetic field of someone that you've maybe only seen from a distance before, or just, you know, on the outskirts of your social circle, however you want to look at it. But with all that fire energy, Knight of Wands, King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands is my favourite card, full stop. Even in this, so I'm using Spellcaster's Tarot, Wheel of the Year Tarot, and then I was led this month to pick out the Dark Grimoire Tarot, which I don't know why. It's not my favourite for these sort of readings, but I was like, okay. But even so, the King of Wands remains my favourite card, even in this tarot. And there's a sense of acting when the time is right, and the time is right now. It's just that you're not going to... that first option that you take will be denied you. But that's a good thing, because it then leads you on to a second option. Now look what we've got here. We've got the Two of Cups underpinned by the Lovers. So there is a some form of union coming up at the end of your journey or along your journey. Quite possibly some form of reunion. But the other thing that I think of with Penelope is loyalty and dedication. Penelope waited and waited and waited until... is it Odysseus? I think it was Odysseus. It might have been Theseus, but I'm sure it was Odysseus. Until Odysseus came back from his travels. All during that time, she had been fighting off suitors for her hand in marriage, because she's like, no, Odysseus is coming back. You know, get out my face. Odysseus is coming. I tell you what, go over there and have an archery competition. Odysseus is coming back. And obviously, Odysseus, I hope it's Odysseus, so I'm going to look like a fool. But... there's an immense amount of loyalty and an immense amount of holding true to an ideal that hasn't been there for a good long while, but is going to come round again. And that I find quite a really important part. And look, we've got King of Wands here as well. I wonder if you've got all three. But I will just clarify this Devil card on how you are feeling. Because like I say, I got that sense of, you're trying to build your new empire, your new sphere of authority. Oh, okay, that was quick. There's okay, Three of Cups with Vipar. Not a very complimentary description of Vipar either. So, Guide of the Waters can make storms and rough seas, causes men to die in 3 days of putrid wounds. Lovely. But that Guide of the Waters bit, there's friends around you at the moment. Some of them are getting you all het up and saying, where I'm saying all fired up and ready to go. Yes, and some of them are encouraging that fired upness within you. And that's a good thing, but it's also going to be a frustrating thing. But there is, so Guide of the Waters here, and you look at the other people's influence, one of them is the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands in the Spellcaster's Tarot is a guy sat on a tree trunk with a bird on his hand, and he's listening to what the bird is telling him. So Two of Wands indicates a choice, but there's guidance there. There's the voice of the divine coming through. And Princess of Wands, so this would be Page of Wands. Sometimes I think the Page of Wands is a little bit, just a little bit naff. A little bit not come into their power just yet. Not got the same get up and go or skill or capability as the Knight, King and Queen have, which would figure. They're younger. But there's here, it's not so much naff as sedentary. They're studying a lot more. They're withholding their opinion. They have things to say and they have information to share, but they're withholding their opinion because they've not made their mind up yet. They're just watching. And I honestly think that one person, whoever that may be, would be the best sounding board as you are deciding or thinking about your path forward, because like I say, there's lots of options going on around at the moment. Admittedly, a completely new set of options to what you had last week or last month. But they don't have an agenda because they haven't made their mind up yet. They're not going to turn around and say, take door number 3, it's the best one. They're going to be, well, door number 1 has this, door number 2 has that, door number 3 has this, and all the way through all 7 cups. So that is, I'm really drawn to the water fountain. Let me see if hopefully you'll be able to see that. Oh, it's a bit glary, isn't it? Let's see if I can hold it to this top camera. You notice that there's a water fountain there. With water coming out of it. So that, oh, and she's holding a rose. Yeah, there's good information to come from this person, and it might not even be from this person, it's from the discussion with this person. And then we've got the Queen of Swords, who is someone, they know what to cut out. And they also know how to move forward with things, but they could be just a little bit overly harsh. But it doesn't mean that they're wrong. You might not want to do it the way that they suggest doing it, but it doesn't mean that they're wrong. But bear in mind, this person also always has an agenda, whereas this Princess of Wands here doesn't really, because I'm not going to say they don't care. They do care. They want the best. Best for you, best for them, best. But they haven't made their mind up yet. So they don't have an agenda. This one, oh, they know what you should be doing and what you should be cutting out. But I do think that they've actually got quite a bit of wisdom. But you've got to remember that that wisdom comes through their filter. So if they say, you've got to get rid of this person because blah, 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 well, you don't have to get rid of that person. But you want to have a think about the reasons that that Queen of Swords has said all of that and how that affects you. You know, what's inspired her to say these sort of things. So you've got good people around you. And that's what this Three of Cups is. And they are firing you up to movement. But like I say, the first door closed in your face. But that leads you to a second door. Whole new beginning. I didn't even see that full card. Not everybody will be happy with it. Five of Wands here. But it's also, what I find with this Five of Wands is it's opening up a new debate. It's almost like they've opened a portal between them all. There's a little explosion going on between this one fella and this sorceress hag type person in the background. You know, this it is a Lovecraft Cthulhu based tarot, you know. So but paired that with, it's almost like this second option, you get resistance to it. Good. You get the resistance to it, and that resistance is making you, well, it's like resistance weight training. That resistance to that second option that you get to take, you know, it's not the resistance of the shut door that will not open. This is, you can push forward against it, but it will push back at the same time. And this is actually leading to you making some form of commitment and joining, as I say, with something or someone. Devil card again. So clarify that in a minute. But we've got the Lovers and the Two of Swords. So there's that sense of duality again. You don't have to be pushed into a choice. That's one thing that I feel with that. Let's have a look at what this other Devil card is saying. I feel that that resistance is good for you and that union is good for you, but how far you take that union. Yes, how far, take that union with a pinch of salt. King of Wands again, but Three of Swords. Now, if you've got a King of Wands character coming up, they're useful to have the union with, but it looks like you'll go through some form of hurtful experience together. If you are the King of Wands, then there's a hurtful experience by taking a union further than it needs to go, or taking a commitment further than it needs to go. It's not like, oh, you know, this associate person that you're spending more time with. You don't spend more time with them and say, we're going to be together forever. No, you're going to spend more time with them for as long as it lasts, for as long as it's relevant for both of you, because you may have different aims. But I do like this consistent King of Wands here, King of Wands here, King of Wands here. There's someone around you that you can rely on, or you are really, really coming into your own and you are being that person that you can rely on for you, which is really good, because your efforts... Now, here's that painful experience again. So I'm tempted to say that Queen of Swords, when they say you need to cut something out, yeah, you're right, but it's going to take you time to get around to that idea, I think. But you will receive some form of harvest from that, a positive harvest. It will be setting something right. So this could be that someone's making a decision around you that hurts you, but you can understand. So that could be where that Three of Swords is coming from. or there is a hurt that then you are able to put right. And you are able to put right through this, what you have a King and Queen of Wands here with the Chariot. So quite possibly there's definitely a useful union for you here. And if you're looking at this for a love reading, yeah, could be good, but baby steps. Definitely baby steps, because this King of Wands is going around, is sticking around, but this associate influence might not be, but they might lead you to that King of Wands, which leads you to a commitment, but it's got to be for the right reasons, and you've got to be aware of what you need to cut out to get there. So there's a whole, I mean, what is there's a whole process going on here of whittling your dreams down, or pumping them up, or polishing them, making them more practical, more real, more complete. But it's a huge self-analysis time. We've got the Looking Deeper card, a perfect partner to the guardian angel of spiritual growth, as is Hermes. If you think about Hermes representing Thoth, representing that self-knowledge, that understanding, representing that one God who could transition between states, like from the land of the living to the land of the gods to the land of the dead. And he could happily hop around all of them. And then we have Duma, the angel of dreams. I almost want to say it's not that you're setting dreams here, although you're reevaluating them a lot. It's that you're having some dreams come true, for good or for ill. That's something you have to be quite careful about. Let's have a look what the final, I mean, either way, we've got Vihuya with new beginnings. So this, you are going into this whole new area of life. We had, what was it, Fool card here? Yep, Fool card there. I don't think there was an Ace of Pentacles anywhere, was there? Six of Wands, victory. Three of Cups, showing your friends. And King of Cups, actually, you end up through all of this in a place where you're quite happy with. It's not necessarily going to be all the argument and the slog that you fear it will be. So it's not as bad as all that. Do you know what I mean? There's this sense of like it's easier than you expect, but there's a lot here that you don't actually expect. Yeah, that's everything, Aquarius. So I hope that answered your question. If it did, please do comment down below. Or if the reading meant something to you, let me know. You don't have to tell me the ins and outs of your business, but, sort of a message received and understood comment would really help, so that I know I'm not just chatting nonsense to my laptop. So go and watch your moon, go and watch your rising sign, and I will see you next at the new moon readings. All right? Cheers.